Good morning, readers. Happy Thursday. Today I want to teach you that the comparative language that we talked about yesterday helps create a feeling, and that authors choose certain comparisons because they have a stronger feeling than something else. So, for example, if we go back to when Sophie gets angry yesterday, the author compared Sophie to a volcano, and I got to thinking about it over the night, like, why wasn't Sophie compared to maybe fireworks? When I think about fireworks, they're exploding, they're going off, and when you light the fuse, you have to run away from them, and because they're gonna blow, right? Kind of like Sophie's anger issues that she was having, right? So why is it that the author went with volcano versus fireworks? And I started to think a little more about that, and I realized that a volcano is a lot more aggressive. It's a lot more dangerous. I know we kind of talked a little bit about that yesterday too. And a volcano is a lot scarier than a firework. When you think about fireworks, what do you think of? Take a second and think about that. I know that when I think about fireworks, I think about the 4th of July. I think about family and friends getting together, picnics and parties. And, I grew up in Randolph, so the 4th of July, I always think of the big 4th of July fair that they have at County College, how there were rides and booths where you could go and play games and win prizes and stuff like that. And it was always such a wonderful, happy experience. So for me, if I had read that book and really thought about it, if Sophie was compared to a firework, I probably wouldn't have gotten the same feeling as Sophie being compared to a volcano. So we're going to do a little exercise right now. I want everyone to close their eyes. And I want you to imagine sitting at a beach. You're near the ocean. You hear the sound of the waves. And I want you to think about how you're feeling at that moment. It's a gorgeous day. The waves are crashing on the shore. What might you compare the waves to that would emphasize the feelings that you're having right now? Well, I know that sometimes when I go to the beach, when I listen to the waves, they sound like a toilet flushing. They do. But if I am going to be writing about this in a story, is that really matching my feeling of how I feel when I'm at the beach? Now, if you're in my class, you know that Michelia loves the ocean. So for me, the feelings that I get when I'm at the beach is that it's a very calming, happy, and soothing place for me to be. So if I were to write about this and have my readers read my story or whatever about being at the beach, probably wouldn't want to compare the waves to a flushing toilet, right? No, I don't think so. So what I want you to do today is, and this is going to be posted in the Seesaw assignment as well. I listened to the waves. They sounded like. I want you to come up with 3 different things that the waves might sound, well, in this instance, that the waves sound like. So I wrote 3 different things: a toilet flushing, music, and loud and scary thunder. Because sometimes those big waves, they come and they crash and you jump a little bit because it's such a loud noise. But which one of these 3 things that I wrote down really matches the feeling that I want to get across to my readers in terms of comparative language? The waves, to me, do they sound like a flushing toilet, music, or loud and scary thunder? You said music. That's right. So I want to compare the waves to music. Okay? So I might say that I listen to the waves and they sounded like a symphony of drums playing on the beach. And just like that, I have my own symphony of drums as you hear my dog Otto deciding to squeak a toy. Anyway, I want you to keep looking for the comparative language, those similes and the metaphors in the books that you're reading. But when you come across them, I want you to stop and really think about, why did the author choose to use those two things to compare what's going on? The author wants to create a feeling. So think about what that feeling is that the author was trying to portray at that moment. And if you need to, make a little list like I did and think of alternate things that the author could have said instead. And then you can kind of think about why they chose the words that they did. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.